He really loves this person for all of his amazing qualities that maybe you didn't expect, those surprises. But then another part of you is like, wait a minute, this isn't what I've been waiting for. So if that is you and you're thinking maybe my partner's not the right one for me because he's not what I thought I would end up with, I encourage you to try to focus on the qualities he does have.
Can you guys imagine if men thought like this? Like, let's just flip the script for a second, okay, and think about how bad the world would be if men adopted this same exact kind of thinking as women did. Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today that I think perfectly sums up why a lot of guys are refusing to date modern women. So this video is captioned, "What to do if your man isn't your type? Relationship anxiety advice." So this woman in the past has done this, and she's also giving advice to women who are continuing to do this. But what they're talking about is being in a relationship with a guy, but you don't actually like him. Okay. He's not your first choice. You think that you can do better and you would rather be out there chasing Chad, chasing some other random dude who maybe is better than your boyfriend in some particular way. This is crazy, guys. This is hypergamy in a nutshell. This is women never being happy because they think that they can get a better option. It's absolutely disgusting. Let's jump into this video here, guys. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. And I also covered this woman on the second channel recently, I believe, too. Let's jump into it.
Many women have relationship anxiety because they're with a partner who wasn't their ideal dream partner that they'd been dreaming about since they were little. Perhaps he looks different than you thought he would look. Maybe he's shorter than you thought he would be, or he has a slightly different personality, different hobbies, different interests than you expected. So one part of you really loves this person for all of his amazing qualities that maybe you didn't expect, those surprises. But then another part of you is like, wait a minute, this isn't what I've been waiting for. So if that
Isn't it crazy, guys, how like women will grow up with this idea of their Prince Charming in their head, and they will always be thinking about that type of man, regardless of whether or not they're in a relationship, regardless of whether or not they're in a marriage. Like, think about this for a second, guys. Women are going out here, they're getting in relationships, and they're always comparing you, they're always comparing that guy to some ideal that she had when she was a kid. Now, that's what this woman is saying, okay? She's saying, hey, I have this, many women have this idea of their Prince Charming that they had in their head since they were little. I actually think it's a lot worse than that, guys. I think that women can be, closer to being content, but it is extremely diminished depending on how many dudes they've been with. For example, guys, what I mean by this is you might have a woman in a relationship, but if she's been with, 10 different dudes, the odds of her being happy are like not even close to being ideal. Like, it's not going to happen. She's always going to be thinking about at least one of those 10 previous dudes that she's been with. I think that women will compare their man, to the men that they have previously been with. And so what that means is a lot of modern women will never be happy with what they have because their pair bonding ability is absolutely fried. Let's continue.
he really loves this person for all of his amazing qualities that maybe you didn't expect, those surprises. But then another part of you is like, wait a minute, this isn't what I've been waiting for. So if that is you and you're thinking maybe my partner's not the right one for me because he's not what I thought I would end up with, I encourage you to try to focus on the qualities he does have.
Can you guys imagine if men thought like this? Like, let's just flip the script for a second, okay, and think about how bad the world would be if men adopted this same exact kind of thinking as women did, okay? Where, you refuse to acknowledge that anybody is even on your level because they don't meet some unrealistic standard that you have in your head. You know, imagine all of the divorces, all of the relationship endings that would immediately happen if men said, you know what? This woman isn't my ideal woman. She isn't even close to that woman that I've had in my head since I was 15 or whatever. I'm going to get rid of her. But the thing is, men don't think like that, guys, because they understand, on average, more about what sacrifice is. They understand that if they're married or if they have a long term girlfriend or something like this, that these things necessitate sacrifice. Okay? It is a duty. It's not just, oh, I can get up and leave because I feel like it one day because something quote unquote better comes along. That's not how this is supposed to work. This is how women treat it. And this is why dating absolutely fails and why no men want to commit to them. But this is not how it should be working. Okay. And again, if men adopted this exact same thinking, you wouldn't even have anything left. Right? What little morsels everybody, all of these women complain about in dating? Oh, dating sucks. They wouldn't even have that if men treated them the same. It's crazy to think about, guys. It really is. Let's keep going.
You and you're thinking maybe my partner's not the right one for me because he's not what I thought I would end up with, I encourage you to try to focus on the qualities he does have. A lot of the times, what we think we want is actually different from what we need.
Translation. I want Chad, but you know what? I need a man to pay my bills. I want a man who's highly attractive, who I can do all of the exciting things with, right? That's against TOS to mention here on YouTube. I would love to be able to go and do all of that, but you know what? The type of man that I really need, I need that man who's going to be stable, who's going to help me pay my bills, who's going to deal with all of the baggage I have and provide emotional support for you. You know, be that shoulder to cry on, look after any kids that you might have incurred across your journeys, shall we say. You know, like women will pull this crap, guys, where they'll be like, yeah, you're the man I need. You're the good one. You're fantastic. You're earning brownie points with me. But all of these things, you know, they sound good on the surface, but it just means that number one, you're getting Chad's leftovers. And number two, the woman's actually not attracted to you. She's just there because she necessitates it, right? It's not actually genuine. She's not interested in you. She's just interested in the fact that you make her life easier. That's it.
I'm sure your partner has a lot of hidden gems that maybe you weren't focusing on before, but that could bring you a lot of gratitude. Because the more you appreciate the good things in somebody, the more they show you. What you focus on, you attract more of. So just try it and think to yourself, what if what I wanted isn't actually what I needed?
It's crazy. It is correct. Yeah, guys, what if, you know, I wanted these bad boys, but you know, what I really need is that safe, stable guy. And just by the way, guys, you might watch this video and you might be like, well, this is some sound advice. Do you want to know what the really messed up part about this video is? Is that for women like this, they'll never be happy, right? No amount of, oh, focusing on the qualities that I like, his unique qualities, none of it is ever going to unimprint Chad. Please understand this, okay? Like, this will not work. This is like trying to put out a raging house fire with a bucket of water. Oh, just focus on the things, you know, focus on his attractive elements, okay? Focus on the things you do like about him and those special qualities. This will not stop the woman from thinking about Chad, by the way. It just won't. It's already there. It's already done. By the time your woman thinks that you aren't her ideal type of man and she feels like she's missing out, you can just call it as a wrap right there.
And think to yourself, what if what I wanted isn't actually what I needed? What if I ended up with something so much better and it's in front of me now and all I have to do is appreciate it? Follow for more help with relationship anxiety. I love you guys.
Yeah, guys, follow for more help with relationship anxiety. Imagine if men had relationship anxiety. Imagine if men had marriage anxiety. You know, one day we just woke up and we felt the need to go on our journey and find out who we really are. Imagine if men did that. You would have no marriages left. You would have no relationships left. Guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. I really hope you aren't suffering from relationship anxiety. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.